Alright, green there, green there. A little more. That's better. It's more centered. Alright, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to Bad X Ginger Gaming. This is, of course, Bad X Ginger. Glad to have you guys here. This is a beautiful Friday evening. We'll be talking a little more quietly in the living room now, and wifey and baby girl are sleeping right on the other side of that wall, and these things are paper thin. So I'm not trying to wake anybody up, you know what I mean? This microphones at work for, though. So hopefully, should be alright. Anyway, I'm very, very excited to begin, as you can see, our playthrough of Final Fantasy X. This is it's one of my favorite games of all time. It's probably my favorite PS2 game. I mean, I don't know, Tekken 5 is on that top 3 list. But I mean, yeah, Final Fantasy X, if not my favorite, definitely top 3 of all PS2 games that I've played. The it's just amazing. Honestly, if you're a fan of JRPGs, which I assume you are, since you're here, that's pretty much what I play. uh, if you're a fan of JRPGs and you haven't played this game, stop what you're doing immediately and go play it. Or just hang out with me. We can go through it together. That'll work too. But any top 10 JRPGs of all time kind of list, will include this game. This is a must play for any fan of the genre. Um, it's probably one of the top 3 best Final Fantasies. It's my favorite Final Fantasy. If you're curious, my top 3 list includes, in probably no particular order, 10, 7, and 4. Yeah, probably, let's say 10, 4, 7, if I had to put it in order. If that gives you kind of an idea of what I prefer a JRPG to be. Um, but yeah, I'm just I usually take a week off, after finishing a playthrough of a given game, for this channel. Um, as you can see, Stream Tuesday, I'm back here right now, and I'm gonna stream again tomorrow. See, I told you guys I was gonna make it up to you. I missed a couple weekends last month, or September and October. I don't know. I owe you guys 2 weekends of 2 streams in each weekend. So I'm going to make good on the first of those this weekend. So tonight and tomorrow, be doing Final Fantasy X. Brother will be popping in tomorrow, so it'll be more fun. We'll get to hang out. Um, so I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I know I'm going to. Oddly enough, and you'll see in a moment, um, I've actually been kind of already playing this, doing another replay. I made it past the Bevel, whatchamacallit. Goodness, I just got to the Calm Lands, basically. Um, on just a random replay, essentially. My daughter really likes the music from this game. I have like a Spotify playlist of like video game music and stuff for different moods. Um, Along with like the rock and the metal that I always listen to, of course. But she likes pretty much the entire OST for this game. Um, and so I was like, well, I mean, you should know where it comes from. So I showed her, hey, that's Yuna, that's Titus, blah blah blah, right? Um, so of course, censoring things to make it appropriate for a toddler. Um, what is left for her to watch, I allowed her to watch, right? So she has some kind of like something to reference, be like, hey, this music goes to that game, essentially. So because of that, I was doing a playthrough essentially on my own. So a lot of this is going to be pretty fresh in my memory, at least up until that point, and then it's going to be like, it's been quite a bit since I've played through it. Honestly, probably not since this HD remaster came out. I say HD because it's the difference between the original and this is so just like really. It was a cash grab, but I wanted this game um, in a modern system, essentially, or on a modern system. And I had never played, or sorry, never beaten X2, Tin 2. I'd played through it. I gotten about a third of the way in. It really didn't grab me. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not one of the better ones, but it is a goal of mine to play through every Final Fantasy game, even spin-offs, if I can stomach it. So I'll give it another shot for you guys at some point. It's on the list. But yeah, I basically wanted to add this to my collection. Knowing it was a cash grab, I didn't pay full price because I never do. So it wasn't as much of a cash grab for me. But you know me. I won't shut up if you let me keep talking. So let's get this going. So if you haven't had a chance to watch this stuff, let me make myself small so you can see. Boom. I might need to move myself actually. Because like talking, text and stuff is going to be down here. I'm moving the mouse like you can see that. We'll figure that out as we go along. Tonight, essentially, I'll try to figure that out. So the Final Fantasy X Eternal Calm, you can probably watch that on YouTube at some point. After we beat the game, I'll put that on stream as well. I don't think it's too long. It's like an epilogue type deal that I think they made just for this. I wasn't, if they haven't, or if it existed prior to this HD remaster, I was unaware of its existence. Sorry, give me just a second. Things being weird. Okay, cool. All good. Right, back to it. So yeah, when I finish the playthrough of Final Fantasy X for the story, the first thing I'll do before getting into all the other stuff is I'll show you all the Eternal Calm thing. And I assume that's what last mission is for 10-2. I haven't watched it because, I mean, I haven't beaten the game. So I didn't want to spoil things, essentially. So yeah, it looks like it's been about 6 years, give or take, since I had played this prior to my current playthrough. So, let's get on with it. Probably going to move myself up a bit. Yeah, because for the bottom, like, quarter of the screen, you're going to have text from dialogue and stuff. So I don't want to be in the way of that. one of the most recognizable, one of the best songs of any video game OST ever. It's Zanarkand, if you're curious. That's what it's called. Oh, sorry. Dude, I don't know if pollen's trying to kill me today. Oh my goodness. This is back when video games still had intros. Man, what a time. Keep in mind it's a HD remaster of a PS2 game, so you know. There we go, baby. Let's do it. So we're just gonna do the standard one. I mean, even if I did the expert one, I would wind up doing the equivalent of standard on my own anyway. I like how they have it set up. It's fine for me. Let's do the arranged soundtrack. Because I've only ever done the original. Now I believe you can change that. Alright, so yes, you're going to see that again. When you get to, it's basically the whole game up until you get to the scene in the actual gameplay is a flashback. This is fairly far into it. But when you get to this point, like this whole scene has a very heavy emotional weight, and a great level of importance in terms of character development and just maybe character development and relevance to character backstories. This is Zanarkand, as I'm sure you can put together by the name of the song. And the rest, I'll let you experience with me. But making it to this point for the party, is a big deal. So that's why they're making it so dramatic and kind of like a melancholic tone.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
It's also the first Final Fantasy with voice acting. Give me a second. Phone's blowing up. Want to make sure nothing important's going on. That is incredibly useful. Very good. So this song is the Final Fantasy X spin on the prelude. You'll hear it in a second. That classic Final Fantasy arpeggio. There it is. Alright, so they're, his fawning fans, right?
Can you sign this?
No problem.
So you can see there's your opportunity to change his name if you really want.
Me too!
Take it easy.
Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
Good luck tonight!
Nothing to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal, I'll, do this. That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
Ace block in the front row! Fifth from the right!
Got it.
Alright.
Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3... Teach us how to blitz!
Hey, I got a game to play.
Then teach us after!
Maybe
The clothes in
tonight,
Final Fantasy always crack me up, man.
You can't.
That would be a nightmare to
I
try to,
mean,
like, make yourself
tomorrow.
cosplay or whatever.
Promise?
Promise.
There's a lot that's kind of hokey in this. The weird hand thing they just did is one of those things. A lot of the movements, expressions, a lot of this like really awkward. But keep in mind limitations of the graphics, console, all that at the time. Limitations of the industry at the time. And
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jet, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanar, I says to myself, what are you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jack all night. My dad and I never talked so much. Whoa. Didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jack Memorial Cup tournament is today. The two teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South. I know there's a lot of people out there today to see the star of the Abes. In just 1 year, he's become the team's #1 player. He's Jack's blood and the new hope of Blitzball. What kind of super play will he show us today? Will we see his father's legendary shot? I don't think I'm the only one excited here, folks.
never actually listened to that the whole way through. So I just want to do that.
Make way, make way!
Forget what I was saying earlier.
Coming through, sorry.
Move, guys, come on, man.
Hey, I'm gonna be late. Hey, let go of me.
And I actually didn't know that he'd only been a professional blitzball player for a year by the time of the game starting. I thought he had like a long career or whatever, right? So he's Jack's son. Not that we know who he is yet. It still gives me chills, dude. Just had to be there. Yeah, that's a rough start to a game for our old protag. Dude's just playing ball with the boys. City gets wiped out. Yeah, that's rough. Oh, come on, controls. Kill him.
Orin! What are you doing here? I was waiting. What are you talking about?
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
The dialogue is really weird in this game sometimes, so you know. I feel like some of it has to do with perhaps poor translation in English. I get that impression, at least.
Hey, wait!
It's not really explained who
Hey,
that
not this way.
is for a very long time, and not explained really at all as to why Titus gives a flip about what this kid says.
We call it sin.
Sin?
So, this is explained much later on. Those are fiends. Monsters, whatever. They call them fiends in this. Encountering them, so they do still exist here. But it's not like the main setting of the game where every 5 steps you encounter one. Encountering them is so extremely rare that nobody's even armed to protect themselves against it, as you can see. Whereas in the main setting of the game, everybody's armed. Alright, so this is an introduction basically to how to play the game, right? You press Y or whatever triangle, and you'll guard, take half damage, whatever's incoming, and be granted immunity for that turn while you're guarding to status effects you would have incurred were you not guarding. Obviously attack, items, self-explanatory. Pressing left, can't really do that yet. You'll be able to in a moment to do stuff. You can interact with your surroundings in specific fights. There'll be one coming up soon. And use your overdrive, which is the you see that yellow bar underneath Titus and Orin? That's the overdrive gauge. When that fills up, you can do like a finishing move, basically. For whatever reason, I'm just forgetting what the hell it's called in Final Fantasy VII that everybody kind of knows it by. But, there you go. To the right, you can change your weapon and armor, but that takes a turn. On your upper right of the screen, I don't know why I pointed to that. I'm mirrored. Rather, it's mirrored. Never mind. I'm pointing towards it, but you're seeing me pointing towards the left. So, whatever. On that side. For y'all. You're gonna have the... I think you can... Yeah, there you go. With the right trigger and right bumper, you can scroll through the initiative. That's basically what this is. The initiative order. Certain actions that you take will influence how quickly or slowly that character or monster or whatever fiends get their next turn in order of initiative. So for this, very straightforward, just attack. You gotta really suck to not make it do this. So just think about this from Titus's perspective. Fiends are extremely rare. So rare that nobody's even armed. And all of a sudden his city got leveled by a giant one, who's apparently called Sin, and who is creating more little ones, right? Innumerable in the sights of it. So, first boss battle right out of the gate. This is an introduction to Overdrive.
Get out of my town! Some can't wait to die.
Alright, so every character's Overdrive has like a different mechanic, a different way of getting more of them, etc. For Orin, how you use them is basically it'll pop up with a combination you input it in time. I'll show you. So this is a good one that'll hit everybody. You just put in what it tells you to put in. You have that long to do it. It's a slight damage boost or whatever. Completing it in time. For him to get more, you have to find a certain item lying around. There's 3 or 4 of them in the world, in the game, essentially. And each one will give you a more powerful overdrive for him. Titus, you unlock more by using them, essentially. X number of uses gives you the second one, gives you the third, gives you the fourth. And there's 4, by the way. For most characters. The Black Mage is an exemption to that rule. The Thief is an exemption to that rule, but we'll get into that. And the Summoner / White Mage is an exemption to that rule as well. I believe. Oh, so is the Blue Mage. All exemptions to that rule. So I guess really just Titus, Orin, and one of the characters have that apply to them. But anyway. Let's take out the big one. So Demi, obviously, can't kill you. It just takes out a fraction of what you got. Now here you'll see how Titus's works. You just time it. And don't suck. Ever the flashy kind of guy. I don't believe it actually physically attacks. I'm pretty sure all it does is Demi. Don't quote me on that. Yes, I know I should heal. But I'm pretty sure all he does is Demi. I don't recall him ever physically attacking me. Sure hope he doesn't. So we're in a bad situation if he does. There we go. Bye bye. First boss battle's done. Really more of a mini boss. Slash tutorial. Can't access the menu to use healing items yet. That's fine. Because there's a save sphere. Use these liberally. Let's create a new save. Yes, 21. I have a problem. Any given JRPG, I create an excessive number of save slots.
Laughing at, old man? Orin, let's get out of
Alright,
here.
so you can see that our protag has daddy issues.
Huh? Give me a break,
Orin.
man.
Possessor of much knowledge and wisdom, imparter of little of it. And a few words. But of great presence. One of the coolest, really, JRPG characters, honestly, ever. He's one of my favorites. In like level of badassness, he's up there with like Cloud, really. Kane. Anyway, there will be a little prompt here in this fight. The thing on your right, you'll interact with it. You just got to get through a turn or two first. Your dudes basically have to be like, man, their numbers are endless. This is crazy. When their wings start to flicker, take them out. By the way. They don't do a ton of damage, but they do a lot more than their usual.
This could be bad.
If you can avoid it, you don't want to be hit by too many of them.
Knock it down.
Because we're level 1, basically. We're
Trust me,
insanely weak.
you'll see.
So, let's take him out, because I don't want to take a bunch of damage. Titus, attack that. deal enough damage to it, and it'll go kablooey. Let's have Orin attack that, because he deals more damage and Titus can kill little guys just as well as he can. I attacked the wrong one. Womp womp. Well, now you can see what it does. It's not a lot, but, I mean, it's more than double what a regular attack is. And you don't have a whole lot of HP, you know. So I'm just trying to be, conservative, play it safe. Cool. Mission accomplished. Bob. Boom. Now, what is something that explodes like that? Take out buildings, doing just chilling out there? I don't know. Fucking ass though. It's pretty convenient for us, so hey, I'll take it. Go. Go. Or Batman. Also, star athlete of the Zanarkand Aves. How are you getting outrun by an old man? Bro.
Oren! Oren!
You are sure? This is it. This is your story.
So the exact powers of sin are not really explained.
It all begins here.
Neither is Orin's telepathic connection for whatever ability to speak to sin, essentially.
Hey. Hey!
My old man?
And here's Daddy Dearest.
I thought about a lot of things. Like where I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy.
That was him as a kid, by the way.
I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore. Anybody there? Oren!
That bird always cracks me up. He's just chilling there.
Hey!
It's never explained where Orin is at this time in the game. Alright, as you can see, the upper left is the mini-map. Red is where you want to go. As with any JRPG, explore everything. Not a whole lot to explore. This is a very linear no like side paths or anything in this area. I don't believe there are even any chests until you kind of get to dry land. Although I'm curious about this. I don't think I've ever gone up this. Hey, what's this? Oh, you can do this from the beginning of the game? Awesome, because oh, yeah. See, look. 133, almost 34 hours in, and still haven't completed the whole sphere grid for everybody. By that I mean getting everybody's stats to max, essentially. Filling every empty space in the sphere grid, which you'll see in a second. I'll explain it in more detail later. I think I had magic and magic defense left, if I recall correctly. I did everything else. So first up, get each of your characters through their own sphere grid. Then gradually have them finish everybody else's sphere grid. By that point, you should have things like teleport spheres, white magic, black magic skill, special spheres that allow you to get around on the sphere grid a lot easier, essentially. From there, start filling out the empty, they call them nodes, little circle dudes, that don't have anything that increases your stats, they're empty, right? Fill those with spheres that increase your stats, and basically fill enough of them to max out every character's stuff. A little bit of planning is involved. I wouldn't just haphazardly use these spheres that you get until you're at the point where you're considering maxing out the thing, because you don't want to screw yourself and make it impossible to max a given stat because you recklessly just like used a mechanic that you didn't understand fully. But again, as you can see, I have that many hours in and I still haven't even done everything in the game. This is going to be a bit. Also, to be fair, some of that is just me kind of letting the game run while I was doing something else, which I tend to do. But anyway, so we're going to load the, whatever, Bhed dictionary, essentially. So now we get to understand, sure. Now we get to understand that language, which I didn't know you could do this early on, so that's pretty cool, actually. It's just a little side quest, whose completion you can transfer, as you can see, between save files. Alright, now we're going to save. The save sphere placement is very generous. Alright, so this is the menu. Items, self-explanatory. Sort, super useful. Abilities. It would list what you don't have any you can use outside of battle. There's overdrive. You can change the mode. So it charges right now when he takes damage. You unlock other things as you play. Status, you can check their stats. He hasn't leveled up even once, so obviously his stuff is not going to be super high. But as you can see, he's pretty dang fast. As well as he's got some decent strength. Here you can do all the settings. Yeah. And then that, which I'm not going to mess with. Here's our first little offshoot. Let's explore. Treasure. High potion heals 1,000 HP. Very useful, especially this early in the game, where you don't have a healer, you're by yourself. You're going to be dependent upon items quite a bit more than ordinarily you would be. Titus is about to have another bad day. Or more of a bad day. No map, really just one way to go. His day's gonna get worse. Waterborne fiends. Also, everybody in this world has the inexplicable ability to breathe underwater. No question. Don't think about it too hard. Fighting underwater is something that only Titus and 2 other characters can do. Which, by the way, is a big pain in the ass later on. See, that's a problem for like a level 1 character. See that you do nothing to it, and that he wrecks you. And then guard. That does 130, which is exactly how much we've got left. We don't have enough to really justify using a high potion yet. In terms of like how much max HP we have, so let's just use regular potion. Then guard again. This is the final end by itself. You can't beat that. It's a late game boss. Titus is just having a bad day. That's a bad day. Dude was literally in his mouth. That is a narrow escape. My goodness. Not going that way anymore. Not that you.
I had made it out of the
necessarily want
frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Obviously, he's narrating, so you know he doesn't die in this place. Can't go that way. Oh, come on. Come on, game. Kill me.
A little scowy.
Yeah, by the way, I call bullshit on him being able to move that. Arnold couldn't move that.
Need fire.
Need save point. Alright, so name of the game is to look around and see what can we acquire to make a fire. There's the campsite. Oh, excuse me, nothing over there. Let's explore over here. Perhaps we'll find something. A little hand-holdy. It's alright. Now we got something we can light on fire. Well, let's keep exploring. Hey, treasure. Another high potion will come in handy. Especially early on, like I said. Come on, Titus, move. Oh my goodness, the collision detection for games of this era is pretty crazy. I always forget about that. Oh, hey. Treasure chest, I didn't forget about you. I did. Okay, I don't remember. So I'm pretty sure the other item you need is just lying around. Or maybe it's in here. That's right. Where you at? Go down, please. My goodness. Wait, no, is this where we came in? That's where we came in. I'm done. My bad, guys. Alright. Which means if we came in there, let's check out here. That's right. This is where it is. There we go. Now we can light a fire. Got a means of generating a spark, along with something to light up. Alright. I'm gonna get a refill while Titus is being a Boy Scout.
I need food. What do you want?
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood. Give me a break! my side? Cool! That was close. Hey, let me go!
Redek Drak! Ifin, Irisa, Tekiaka! Wag, Edeku! Kemed?
Fed! Trivida Krisa!
Raunia, Drakisha Dave.
Ifan Fetid! Papuneket Fedrik! Kuno.
Ked, Daija.
Hey, that hurts!
Usujek, right?
Whoa. Okay.
Canis!
Right, whatever.
Tuli Hood Kabeg?
I said I don't understand.
Akomala!
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
Oh, almost forgot. We found some ancient ruins right beneath us. It's not active now, but there should still be some power left. We're gonna go down there and activate it. And then we should be able to salvage the big prize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.